You are not going to get anywhere in life, spiritually or otherwise, until you come to that point where you don't give a damn what people think about you. As long as you worry about what other people think about you, you will be mediocre. It only matters what you believe about yourself. Believe in yourself as a successful person. Believe that you can and you will. But until you believe you can, you won't. You are not going to get anywhere in life.
Peace and elevation, family. It's your boy Entrepreneur, the living survival manual, here to teach you different ways to see your greatness by investing in yourself. Let's get into the vibes.
I gave them something to believe in, you know they ain't believe it. Tried to show them the vision, they ain't zoom in to see it. Told them about these heights, they said it's too high to reach it. And that had me feeling like Mike, I told them you gotta beat it. See, it's diamonds in your soul, but you gotta dig a lot deeper. See, all of our minds been exposed, but I've been changing the frequency. Sending my prayers and affirmations, way past where them eagles be. What I learned in my returns is not all things you need to see. You gotta feel it, the negative talk, the negative thoughts, and you gotta kill it. I know that it's hard and it leaves scars and it ain't appealing, but you gotta heal it. There's lessons in every little layer, but you gotta peel it. Cause the best way to get some air is removing your ceiling. Look, trust me, I know cause I did it. Hit rock bottom, looked around like damn, what the fuck I do with it? I remember the levels and picked up my shovel and I started digging and digging and digging until I got dizzy. And trust me, the spirit been busy. I'm back and I'm paid and I'm busy, so feel like I'm acting the way that you get it. This is for back in the day when they just shit it. I gave them something to believe in, you know they ain't believe it. Tried to show them the vision, they ain't zoom in to see it. Told them about these heights, they said it's too high to reach it. And that had me feeling like Mike, I told them you gotta beat it.
Yes, Zersky, peace, love, and light. It's the God, Lord Christopher, the living survival manual, and I'm back with another download straight from the cosmos. Remember, someone has to see your greatness. Why not start with yourself? Stay blessed, always finesse. Definitely trust the Most High's process. The truest keys to success. Let's go ahead and get this right. Make sure that we got this right. How y'all doing? How y'all doing, man? We back. This is episode 60 of the See Your Greatness podcast, man. It's been a minute since we had back-to-back episodes. Just been taking a couple of days, weeks, months off to kind of just reconstruct everything and actually, I guess you could say, solidify how I want to run not only just the podcast, but See Your Greatness Studio as a whole, right? So we've taken time to, just revamp a little. I know y'all can see in the background. I figured out how to, put a little something back there. You know what I'm saying? Put a little something back there. Let's see if you can zoom in a little bit on that. Put a little something back there. You feel me? But yeah, man, we tapping back in with the people, tapping back in with the community. And, we're just coming together. These are going to start being more workshops or open discussions, open conversations to where, I pick a topic and, we all come in and we discuss these topics, how they make us feel, how we've grown in these particular topics or discussions, whether or not, we were unable to grow because we were lacking some type of guidance on these particular topics and things of that nature. I just wanted to develop a community to where we can all come together, we can all learn, obtain knowledge, and utilize that to invest not only in ourselves but to develop more innovative ways to create in our businesses, in our homes, in our communities, in our workplaces, in our world, right? So yeah, man, today I wanted to get up here and I felt like this was the best time to start just implementing new things and new procedures, new protocols, new regimens, right? We are in a spring season, right? We're in the spring season when new things manifest, when new life comes to fruition. So, what better way to bring the podcast back and actually start implementing more techniques and strategy to the podcast, and inviting the family in to also participate a little bit more. Definitely going to stay more consistent as I continue to post these videos. These will air every week, right? I'm looking at Monday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. But honestly, if I can do a podcast every single day, I will. So I would just say, turn on the notification tabs or the notification bell so that you can get updates anytime that I'm about to go live. And also, man, every time I go live, you never know. I might implement a new giveaway. I might, tell you guys about a new project that I'm working on and starting up, and you guys can be a part of it. So you gotta tap in, man. You gotta tap in. All right. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into episode 60 of today's podcast. We're gonna talk about a growth mindset. We're gonna talk about a growth mindset. And why that's very important in just again building yourself up as an individual, building your business, building up your family structure, building up your community is very, very important. But before we tap in, let's go ahead and get into the disclaimer. You feel me? The vibes here at SYG Studios are to motivate, educate, and enlighten our people to achieve greatness through seeking new ways to invest in themselves. Everything is high level. What we think, what we say, how we feel, and how we act. But before we even get into this God body energy, take the time to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. We love engagement over here, and we understand that a family, guys, a family pushes the trend, not just one individual. Also, take the time to visit the link. Tap into the link, man. That's how you tap in with the SYG community. That's how you become a part of the SYG or the SIG ecosystem, right? We're more than just a brand. We're more than just a podcast. We are an ecosystem, right? And the reason I say that is because I don't want to confine this platform or this legacy to one box, right? We're always trying to expand our vision. We're always trying to unlock greatness. We're always trying to strive to expand our mind, right? Or shift our mindset. So, we're always going to put ourselves in different avenues and in different realms so that we can, in retrospect, grow in different ways, in different forms, right? So we may talk about writing books over here. We may talk about, graphic designing. We may talk about e-commerce and building websites and things of that nature. These are all the skills and tools that I personally, started working on for myself. And, I utilize that as a resource hub for individuals who want to learn how to make an extra 15,000 a year, who want to make an extra 1,000 in a month. Right. I galvanize all these resources together so that, we can build together. And also it provides me a platform to be able to teach people about, again, just shifting their mindset, helping them see their greatness so that they can be the best versions of themselves. Our aim is to not only grow the legacy, but reach at least 500,000 to 1 million individuals who want, need, and are seeking the knowledge to live a more abundant life. That's what it's all about. Now, with all this information being provided, please listen to this quick disclaimer. Please take the time to do your own research, family. It's very, very vital. Our content is intended to be used for motivational and educational purposes only. Always do your own analysis based on your own current circumstances. Now, all together, we're going to go ahead and again just step into our true God body energy. And the way that we do that, family, for those who are new, we tap into a quick meditation. You dig? Just a little slight 5, 10, 15-second meditation to where we can focus up and really take the time to receive this new information. How we do that is on the 3, you feel me? We inhale. When we're inhaling, we're visualizing peace, right? And then when we exhale, we're visualizing that we have received growth and ultimately stepped into our greatness. All right. So on the count of 3, we're gonna go ahead and start the meditation, and then we're gonna get active with this information. 1, 2, 3. Inhale, fam. Excel family, and receive that growth. Now let's step into our greatness and actually tap into some good information that we should, lock into. As we're again, we're going through the season of spring, right? Spring means new things are manifesting. Spring means new things are growing, new life is happening. So, me being a mental health counselor and been doing it for 8+ years, I felt that it was, just evident, and I felt that it was needed for me to discuss why having a growth mindset is very, very important, especially in this season, especially in this time, as we shift through different paradigms, as we shift through different ages, as we shift through different perspectives that transpire within our lives is very, very important. Like, you'll never be able to get out of a space until you grow your mind to be able to visualize or realize that you can even get out of that space that you're in. So everything that you look to desire or obtain in life, it all starts upstairs, right? It all starts, and some people say it might sound downstairs, and what I mean by that is, like, some people like to also deal with the root cause of things. The root cause of things could, be traumas, things of that nature. You got to go to a lower part of yourself and dig that up, right? And actually understand it before you're even able to elevate into, a powerful you, a powerful being, a more, inspirational being, a more abundant being, right? And that's stepping into your, just your God body is what I would call it, or your God mindset, or understanding that you are more than what individuals try to say you are, or what you even tell yourself, right? So growth mindset is very, very important as we shift and grow. And this was, something that was on my mind and on my heart to talk about, or on my spirit to talk about. And, I wanted to share it with you and see how, this information can help you as well. So let's even talk about what growth mindset is. What is a growth mindset, right? A growth mindset is a belief system or mindset that focuses on the idea that intelligence, abilities, and talents can be developed and improved over time through dedication, hard work, and learning. In contrast to a fixed mindset, which believes that abilities are innate and unchangeable, a growth mindset emphasizes the potential for growth and development in all aspects of life. Now, let's just stay there right quick, right? Some people believe that a growth mindset is something that you can train. It's something that you can learn. It's something that if you stay dedicated enough and work hard for it, that you'll be able to get to this tier of thinking, right? To where some people believe that it's just fixed, right? You're just born with it, right? Nobody can change it. It's just that it factor that you have when it comes to putting yourself in a good space, or in a positive space, or in a more productive space, right? When you're whatever area that you're trying to grow in. Me personally, I believe it is something that you can learn. And the reason I state that is because I realized that once I put myself in an environment where people were teaching me things that I never heard about or was never exposed to, I started to gain that. I started to feed on that, right? That information started to rather feed me, and it made me want to yearn for more of that, right? So within that, I stayed dedicated, and I started working smarter and harder to put myself in realms, or in spaces, or in places that consist of that type of mindset that I was looking for. I wasn't looking for groups that were speaking, poverty mindset versus growth mindset. And what does that mean? So growth mindset to me is speaking about wealth, speaking about health, speaking about developing things, creating, right? I came from a Christian background. And there was always a particular scripture that stood out to me, and it was God made, man in his image, or let us make them in our image, right? And that also, helped me realize, okay, what is the image of them? What image are they walking in? And one of the things that stuck out to me the most was the fact that they were creators. They created things, they built things, they shed light and life onto things. So if I'm supposed to be this little God, or this being that is supposed to do the works of the Most High, that means I need to operate and start thinking like the Most High. The Most High is not thinking about, it's not thinking about everything being a monetary transaction. Even though money is important, it's a tool to be able to change your life in different ways. It's not the end all be all to things. Like we're essentially supposed to be healing people's spirits so they can even think or believe, not even believe, know that they're capable of achieving any and everything that they put their mind to. That's why it states that you can achieve any and everything that you put your mind to. It doesn't say you can achieve any and everything that you put your body to. You can achieve any and everything that you put your money to. It says you can achieve any and everything that you put your mind to. Why? Because the mind creates all things, right? This microphone, this water bottle, this notebook that I write in, these computers that we utilize. Remember, I stated this many and many and many of times, family, that everything starts in the mind first. We have to first have a thought of wanting to create these things, right? And that creation only can come from being exposed to stuff, right? Like we wouldn't, in my opinion, or in my perspective, we wouldn't have the ideology or the thought process like the Wright brothers did when they created a plane if they first didn't see a bird flying and saying to themselves, you know what, I want to fly. Like I know that I can fly if I implement these types of things. And now we have airplanes, we have Delta, we have Emirates, we have Breeze, we have Spirit, like whatever you fly, American Airlines, whatever you fly, like now we have all of these things. And it came from the mind. It came from us knowing that if we just dedicate our heart, dedicate our spirit, dedicate our love and passion, dedicate our time, whatever that is, right? If we just put a bit of essence in it, then we could create anything that we want. But it starts with the growth mindset more than anything. Let's start with some key characteristics of growth mindset and what they include, right? Number one, embracing challenges is a key characteristic in a growth mindset. Why? Because viewing challenges as opportunities for learning and growth rather than as threats or obstacles is a stairway to success. I'm going to say that again. A key characteristic of growth mindsets includes embracing challenges. And this means viewing challenges as opportunities for learning and growth rather than as threats or obstacles to success. When I started to realize that, for instance, I just got back into working out more. Excuse me. I just got back into working out more, right? And it was tough. It's tough getting back into training your body in your 30s rather than your teens or your 20s. So it's tough. It can be very, very tough. So, in the process of me, training and getting into the hyperbolic time chamber is what I call it. I started realizing that I'm not so gun-ho on, I gotta push the hardest weight up or push, do this amount of reps. I'm starting to more so focus on my form, right? Making sure that I'm doing things properly, making sure that I'm not lifting too much, right? Or putting myself in a situation to where I can harm my body, right? I'm embracing the fact that this is challenging. However, I'm not giving up and I'm learning through this. As it states, you view challenges as opportunities for learning and growth. So, I started realizing like, the more and more I did, like, okay, I might do 3 sets of 9, right? And I might only do 25 pounds, but the next time that I go, let me see if I can do 30 pounds of 3 sets of 9. You feel what I'm saying? And the next time, 35, 3 sets of 9. Just continue to go up to see if I'm ready for that next step or if I'm ready for that next point, right? Another key characteristic is persisting in the face of setbacks, right? Maintaining resilience and perseverance in the face of failure or setbacks. Understanding that setbacks are a natural part of the learning process. Like, again, I'm gonna use the analogy of working out. You would not believe how many times I wanted to stop because I felt like, I can't do 10 push-ups right now. I used to knock 60 out at a time, like nonstop. You know what I'm saying? 70. I had got to the point where I think I could do 100 in just one setting, just 100 push-ups in one setting. And then, when you get away from that, training every single day, ensuring that you're eating properly, things of that nature, like when you get away from that type of training and you go say 3 to 6 months without without that regimen, and then you try to go back and do 60 push-ups again straight, it ain't gonna hit the same. Your body is not going to hit the same, family. I promise you. I am a living testament to that. And it's not to say that I can't do 100 push-ups within my workout, but knocking out the 100 or knocking out the 60 is not as easy as it used to be a year or two ago. So, me even understanding like, yo, I set myself back, like not consistently staying, up on this, then that's what ends up happening. And when you face these, you just have to have such a love for it, such a passion for it, that you're just not going to give up. Like, as long as I'm breathing, I'm not going to give up on obtaining any and everything that I seek to obtain, right? If that's a better relationship with the Most High, I'm going to do any and everything that I do to obtain that. No matter if I do have a setback, no matter if I do end up watching porn, no matter if I do end up stepping back into using, or drinking alcohol all the time, going out and partying with individuals that, aren't in conjunction with the life that I'm trying to live. Like, those are setbacks that you are going to face. Guess what though? You have the ability and the power to utilize that as a stepping stone to learn from or to stay there. Number 3, valuing effort and learning is definitely a key characteristic in building a growth mindset. Valuing effort and learning, recognizing the importance of effort, practice, and learning and achieving success, and understanding that mastery comes through consistent practice and dedication. Like, you are the master of your fate. You're the captain of your soul. Like, the Most High has given you so much dominion. It was more than just dominion over the earth. It was dominion over yourself as well. And that's why a lot of individuals state that, we have some form of like free will to do this or do that. But you have to understand that these things have consequences, right? These things have experiences that you're going to have to learn from before you realize, like, yo, I need to value this a little bit more, right? So with me, I started valuing the effort that I put more into building myself up and learning from, the mistakes that I made versus, not recognizing that effort, not trying to not even trying or not attempting to practice or putting myself in a realm to learn and achieve and understand what success even looks like for me, pinpointing what type of success I'm trying to reach, right? Like, even making a value system based off of the types of success, right? Like, types of success can consist of, just to name 3, health and wellness, financial, and personal development, right? Like, valuing the effort that you put in and learning from those circumstances. Like, am I saving enough? Am I investing enough? Am I pouring more into my walk with the Most High? Like, am I reading? Am I meditating? Am I getting out and embracing the energy that we have above us, such as the sun? Am I grounding? You feel what I'm saying? And recharging my electrical being with putting and connecting my bare feet back to the earth? Am I creating or building, again, ecosystems or systems outside of my home or outside of my 9-to-5 job that allows me to expand and expand, not only expand my vision, but shift my mind in so many different areas and spaces? Like, these things have value, and you have to put effort in it. You have to learn from it, right? Key characteristics. We got 3 more. Another key characteristic in a growth mindset: seeking feedback and criticism, welcoming feedback, even if it's critical, as an opportunity for growth and improvement, and using it to identify areas for development and refine skills. Again, you will welcome feedback, even if it's critical, as an opportunity for growth and improvement, and using it to identify areas for development and refine skills. Like, if my legs are weak, I need to listen to that criticism that my legs are trying to tell me. You need to do more squats. You need to do more leg raises. You need to, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you need to do some more HIIT cardio that deals with building your foundation or your legs muscles. If a a colleague or a boss is criticizing you in your work ethic, utilize that as good feedback, not always as bad feedback, because it's helping you hold yourself accountable to the type of worker that you are. Right? If you're not doing what you're supposed to do, and somebody just got you punching on their clock, like at some point in time, like any smart business owner is going to come say, hey, like, what have you been doing to stay productive so that we can keep this perfect system going, right? Because any hindrance or any error based off of the work that you're putting in and things of that nature, it decreases the value of this business, right? So again, like, being able to take criticism from all areas of your life, because again, we like to walk around thinking that everybody's perfect, where we may be quote unquote perfect in certain ways, but there are a lot of imperfections that we have too. It's a polarity to these things. There are things that we can always work on, and there are things that we are masters of and experts at. So just being able to, again, take feedback or seek feedback and criticism. Number 5, celebrating effort and progress. We don't celebrate ourselves enough. Acknowledging and celebrating efforts, progress, and incremental successes along the way, regardless of the outcome. Like, I'm gonna be honest. Today, right? I went to the basketball court. Haven't been in a while. But I enjoy shooting the hoop, right? I enjoy it. Wasn't a great shooting performance, so I was tracking myself. I did 100 free throw shots, and then I took, I want to say it was 66 jump shots. So on the free throws, you dig me, I shot 50%, 5,400, right? Literally made 50 out of 100. Boy, when it came to those jump shots, my legs got weaker, my arms got tired. It was hot outside. Like, a person could use any of these excuses, right? I shot 26 for 66. Now, just to just to put that in percentage, right? We're gonna do 26 divided by 66. That's 30. Is that 39%? I shot 39%. Let me see. 66 divided by 26. It's either 39% or 25. Yeah, 39%. I shot 39%. 39%. That's not good. That's not good, family. I missed, let's see. So I ain't gonna do all the numbers. So 39%. So 66, what was it? 26 divided by 66. Yeah, 39%. I shot 39%. Now, I could have utilized that as, a moment to be down on myself, but I'm like, yo, like, I'm happy that I came out here and I put up almost 200 shots, right? Because, I always have a love for the game, but I always try to find different ways to just be connected to it. So I might just go to the court and just shoot 200 layups, shoot 200 jump shots, play horse with my wife, things of that nature. It's fun, it's entertaining, it's a hobby. Instead of me being down on myself, I utilize that as a moment to progress. So I said, okay, if I shot 39% today, the next day I want to shoot 59%, 79%. Like, just keep going up, right? If I shot 50% from the free throw line today, all right, the next time I come out, I want to shoot 70%. 90% then, and soon, until we get to the point to where we're just cashing it in every single time. So it's like, you got to celebrate yourself, celebrate the outcomes, because it's a starting point on where you can go, right? You can only go up, right? And that's how I look at it. Some people might say you can go down from there, but you can only go up, in my opinion. Last but not least, adopting a learning orientation is a key characteristic of developing a growth mindset, right? Maintaining a curiosity and openness to new experiences, challenges, and opportunities for growth, and continuously seeking to expand knowledge and skills. Adopting a learning orientation, maintaining a curiosity and openness to new experiences, challenges, and opportunities for growth, and continuously seeking to expand knowledge and skills. Like, that's all I do every single day that I wake up, I utilize that as a moment to be able to learn something new. Like I'm a advocate for knowledge. I love being able to learn about different things, learning and developing new ways to just create, seeing things that are being created and how that can be utilized in our daily lifestyle. Like, with a lot of things that have been, brought out, whether you got artificial intelligence, whether you have all of these, just different things that are being built that are going to Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, like all these different things that are being implemented within our government. Like, these aren't things that we thought about 20 years ago, at least, not me, right? I just started being able to tap into these things, I want to say about 6 years ago, right? But once I started putting myself again in these spaces and in these rooms, I started to realize, like, I think I have more interest over here than I thought. And it's actually helping me to realize that I can build something in this space. I can create something in this space. I can grow something in this space, right? And one way that I can expand my knowledge as well is by being able to teach others that they can do the exact same thing, right? So always be curious. Always be curious. Always look for new opportunities to grow, accept new challenges and new experiences, develop new skills. Overall, a growth mindset fosters a positive attitude towards learning and personal development. It encourages resilience in the face of challenges and empowers individuals to reach their full potential by embracing the belief that abilities can be cultivated and improved over time. Listen, y'all. Every single day is an opportunity to be able to learn. Every day is an opportunity to be able to grow. Every day is an opportunity to be able to set yourself up for success or set yourself up for failure. It's all on you and what you decide. What does being able to develop a growth mindset look like? Well, let's go over some do's and don'ts. Let's go with some do's and don'ts, right? So we already went over a couple of do's, right? You have to embrace the challenges. You have to persist in you have to be persistent in the face of setbacks. You have to view your effort as the path to your mastery, right? Learn from criticism. You gotta find inspiration, right, in the success of others. Instead of feeling threatened by success of others, use it as motivation, right? These are a lot of do's. What's another do? Cultivate a love of learning, right? Like I stated before, you have to learn to love learning. You have to grow to love learning. Celebrate effort and progress, set goals and take action, right? Practice self-compassion and visualize this success, right? Those are a lot of do's. Those are the top 10 do's, right? What are the top 10 don'ts when developing a growth mindset? Don't be fearful. We ain't got time for that. Rely solely on your talent. We all have talents. We all have gifts, right? Don't fall into the trap of believing that success is solely determined by innate talent, right? Or intelligence. Nah, we all have it. Like, recognize the importance of the effort and the practice and the perseverance that you put into achieving your goals, right? Avoid challenges. Like, this is a don't. Like, don't avoid challenges, right? Don't shy away from challenges or difficult tasks out of fear. For what? You can't fail, to be honest, right? Unless you allow yourself to fail. And again, you have to allow yourself to do that, right? Don't ignore feedback. You feel me? Don't compare yourself negatively to others, right? We all succumb to that at times or at points where you're just unconsciously scrolling on these social media platforms and comparing yourself. Not to say that everybody does that, but if I might speak for myself, I've done it many of times. I want what that person has. You know what I'm saying? And it's not me downing this person saying, "Oh, I hope that this." No, I want what they have. I want that type of lifestyle. It's something that I feel like I align with, and you can easily sink into, like, dang, I'm not doing what I need to do, or I'm not really living in my truth and things of that nature. And you can choose to allow that to set you back, or you can choose to allow that to motivate you. Don't give up easily, man. Don't set unrealistic expectations. Avoid setting unrealistic expectations for yourself or expecting immediate success. Like, it doesn't just have, like, there ever so often people have viral moments, right? Like, that's what it's like nowadays. Everybody's just trying to seek that viral moment or follow that trend. And instead of like following a trend, like, develop a format, find something that works and that's consistent and just stick to that. You feel what I'm saying? That's realistic. Like, you took the time to do research and see, like, okay, this audience loves this type of content. They enjoy learning and expanding their mind as they do when they're listening to the See Your Greatness Studios podcast, right? You feel me? So you feel me? You just got to set realistic expectations, right? Set achievable goals and focus on making steady progress over time. You got to don't engage in negative self-talk. Like, there have been many of occasions where, I talk myself out of situations. I'm not powerful enough. I'm not strong enough. I'm not knowledgeable enough. I don't understand it, or I don't have money yet. Like, even like, if you realize how many spells you place upon yourself and your lifestyle, and that just comes from, again, being in that crab in the barrel mindset, being in that poverty stricken mindset, being in that imposter syndrome mindset. We don't realize how truly powerful we are and all the things that we can build and create. You feel me? But that also stems from, the word. In the beginning was the word, and the word was the Most High. So if the word was the Most High, that means everything that we say out of our mouth can manifest and create something. What are we manifesting and creating out of our word, right? Limit your learning. Don't limit your learning. Don't limit your learning or growth by staying within your comfort zone. Like, you got to get out the comfort zone. One of the most amazing books that I believe individuals, or I know individuals, should read that can assist with you getting out of your comfort zone is the book The Alchemist. That boy Santiago was in so much different, spaces and places within his mind, within his spirit, within the world, that he could have easily limited himself. But him just having this uh yearning for knowledge and education and wanting to learn about his true power and just see different things, he didn't allow himself to have this mindset that didn't allow him to push himself, or expand his horizons, right? Go read that book, The Alchemist. Definitely a top read. Don't dwell on past mistakes, family. Avoid dwelling on past mistakes or failures. Instead, learn from them. Let go of any guilt or shame and focus on moving forward with renewed determination and resilience. It happened, right? I'm a firm advocate of, instead of us focusing on the problem has happened, the problem is there. What is the solution for this? How can we change this from being an issue or from being a problem, and making it and solving it, right? And developing a format or a plan to be able to, change this paradigm and create something, uh again, in conjunction with the way that we want to live our life, right? It's okay. It happened. Don't stay there. Don't dwell there. Don't sit in the pit of hell for the rest of your life. Get up, realize the mistake that you made. Now, how can we put these bricks back together so that we can build that foundation that we once had? And that's it, man. That's it. That's all I have for the number one topic of the day that I wanted to discuss about, which is developing a growth mindset, man. Like, I believe that everybody should take the time to, figure out, why they're trying to go, where they're trying to grow, and who they're trying to help grow, right? And what I mean by that, whose mindsets, where is your mindset right now? How can you help others' mindset grow? Like, this is the basis of SIG or SYG Studios, right? Like, we are a space or a platform, a legacy, a ecosystem that looks to provide people, again, with different ways to invest in themselves so that they can unlock their true potential. That's all I'm doing. Unlocking my true potential in the best way that I can possible. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I developed so many different systems myself through learning from, individuals like Myron Golden, who have assisted me in realizing or holding myself accountable. Like, yo, people have problems, help them solve it. So what skills or techniques and resources do I have that help individuals solve problems, right? Over the last 4 or 5 years, I've took the liberty of learning how to build websites, learning how to register for your LLC, learning how to, do certain flyers and graphic designs for, startup brands, learning how to create logos again, learning how to, source for vendors to create a clothing line, things of that nature, learning how to build a podcast platform, right? Like, in finding the different softwares and things of that nature that I can utilize to do this, right? Learning the different softwares that I can utilize to help me come up with topics, right? To discuss things of that nature, or even organize my podcast or my ecosystem in a way to where it allows, individuals to reach out to me or clients to reach out to me to book different types of services. Like, these are different things that I'm pushing for, and I want, the world to start looking for. Like, we need to start innovating in so many different ways, family. It is not funny. It is not funny. And I have so many different programs and projects that I'm working on in the background, and I'll bring into fruition very, very soon for you guys to be able to invest in. However, I need to make sure I do the odds and the ends work of putting the plan together and putting a proper proposal there, right? And then we're gonna go from there. We're gonna continue to go from there. So that being said, man, we're gonna move into the next thing. We're gonna move into the next thing. Let's go over some new upgrades. Let's go over some new upgrades. Some new upgrades that I wanted to talk about today. One is AI technology. I want to talk about the innovation of AI technology and where it is taking us today. So for instance, I don't know if you guys have been tapping in, but AI is taking over. AI is really taking over, and it's leaving a lot of people nervous, scared. You know what I'm saying? They don't know what to really do. And so I wanted to read this article that I pulled up that discuss about how, it's putting a lot of heat on people. It's putting a lot of heat on people. All right, so let me go back to the article. So bam. AI is making managers nervous. Why is that? Nearly half of US managers surveyed by Beautiful.ai worry that AI tools can lower wages. Some managers say tools like OpenAI's ChatGPT could do their jobs better than them. Still, the majority of bosses use AI to help manage their teams per the survey. Managers are worried that using powerful generative AI tools like OpenAI's ChatGPT in the workplace might cut their salaries. Beautiful.ai, an AI startup, surveyed 3,000 Americans in management positions to understand their attitudes toward the technology's usage. Of those surveyed, 48% of managers reported that AI tools are a threat to their pay and will fuel wage declines across the country in 2024. That fear partly stems from the belief that the technology can do their jobs more effectively, with 64% of those surveyed saying its output and productivity are equal and potentially better than the quality of work human managers can churn out. After all, the technology has a slew of compatibilities. ChatGPT launched in November 2022. It can generate videos, create marketing materials, and write lesson plans. In early March, Cognition unveiled Devin, the first AI software engineer the startup claims could fix bugs and train AI models. Bosses also seem certain that tools may Bosses also seem concerned that tools may lower their employees' wages. 62% of managers surveyed, according to Beautiful.ai, said their employees feel like AI could eventually put them out of their job. 45% of leaders said the technology will present an opportunity to lower salaries across the workplace. There's no doubt that the questioning their value to a company, according to the survey. The findings on manager pay concerns join a growing body of research that illustrates how workers feel that technology can impact their earnings. A Pollfish survey published last May found that nearly 79% of U.S. workers across generations pay cuts. Where we at? And it may already be threatening some jobs. As of April 28th, more than 70,000 workers in the tech industry have been laid off in 2024, according to data from job loss tracker layoffs.fyi, which analysts say could be fueled by increased investments in AI. One CEO of an e-commerce company said he replaced 90% of his support staff with AI chatbots. A freelance copywriter claims she started losing clients to ChatGPT. Conversely, the technology has the potential to boost compensation. An Access Partnership study from last December found that employers are willing to offer at least a 35% pay bump to employees with AI skills. Major companies, too, are offering salaries well over six figures to attract talent. Generative AI has even created a cottage industry of side hustles like ChatGPT course instruction and content editing. And while nobody really knows how AI will disrupt work, 64% of managers, according to Beautiful.ai, say they have been using it to help manage employees on a daily or weekly basis since the start of 2024. Businesses can expect to see a lot more from AI in the future. The survey writes, it's not a matter of if they should adopt the technology in the workplace, but when. Beautiful.ai didn't immediately respond to a request for comment from Business Insider before publication. Ooh, it's a lot happening, y'all. It's a lot happening, man. And I'm gonna say this. I honestly believe that people are focused on the wrong things. And the thing that they should focus on the most, even if AI is quote unquote putting them out of the job, the thing that they should hold on 1 second, stop sharing. The thing that they should focus on the most is actually trying to learn AI. Take the time to try to learn how to improve AI, stop AI, right? Fix errors in AI. Things of that nature, because again, it's a tool that's being implemented. This is something that you can't stop. It's something that's been happening or been in the government's back pockets for years, for centuries almost, right? AI has always existed in some way, shape, or form. There's always been some form of artificial intelligence used, right? Now, how the rollout of this artificial intelligence is presented to us, that's different. However, instead of being so fearful of it, try to figure out ways to get ahead of it. You dig what I'm saying? Not everybody has to, follow the trend or get in the lane of, utilizing AI, but at least try to learn it enough to defend it if you have to, or to be cognitive of it, at least to the point that you know the basics of it. It's important. It's just new schooling. It's new technology. There's going to be so much more technology that's going to come over and over and over as we get newer and as we get wiser and as times change. Just use discernment, figure out how you can implement it in your life and make your life better and go from there. Point blank, period. I think that's the best way. Another thing that I seen, and this deals with more so mental health and personal development. 1 second. And then we're gonna get out of here after this. We're gonna get out of here after this. This one is talking about all right, there we go. I was lagging for a minute. This one is talking about the World Health Organization and how it has released a comprehensive review of global mental health, advocating for a transformative approach to mental health care and the elimination of the stigma, right? This includes addressing the root causes of mental health issues such as socioeconomic inequalities and public health emergencies. The World Health Organization highlights urgent need to transform mental health and mental health care, also leveraging technology like AI. See AI again. Technology like AI in mental health care is seen as a promising method to improve accessibility and effectiveness in treatments. Let's open this link right quick. See what this talking about. Deploying machine learning to improve mental health. MIT scientist Rosalind Picard collaborates with clinicians to develop tools for mental health care delivery. And this is an article actually from January of 2022. So this is 2 years later. So I know they're implementing different things. You already see Elon trying to create Neuralink, things of that nature. I had just seen an article where Apple, they're going to start creating AirPods, right? That can literally go inside your ear. They have sensors, and these sensors can literally X-ray your mind and create like a mind map or a brain map of your brain and things of that nature to try to figure out new ways to one, not only just collect data and see what you like or you're interested in, but honestly, guys, it's going to start getting to a point to where these devices are going to start pushing you and training you into things that it wants to learn about, or it's just going to start being utilized more of a tactic to get people to consume things, right? That's what I look at it as. Like, we consume so many different things in this world, man. It's crazy. But yeah, man, these are what these articles will be talking about. So, a machine learning expert and psychology researcher slash clinician may seem an unlikely duo, but MIT's Rosalind Picard and Massachusetts General Hospital's Paola Pedrelli are united by the belief that artificial intelligence may be able to help make mental health care more accessible to patients. In her 15 years as a clinician and researcher in psychology, Pedrelli says it's been very, very clear that there are a number of barriers for patients with mental health disorders to accessing and receiving adequate care. Those barriers may include figuring out when and where to seek help, finding a nearby provider who is taking patients, and obtaining financial resources and transportation to attend appointments. Pedrelli is an assistant professor in psychology at the Harvard Medical School and the associate director of the Depression Clinical and Research Program at Massachusetts General Hospital, MGH. For more info, for more than 5 years, she has been collaborating with Picard at MIT, professor of media arts and sciences, and a principal investigator at MIT's Abdul Latif Jamel Clinic for Machine Learning in Health, Jamel Clinic, on a project to develop machine learning algorithms to help diagnose and monitor symptom changes among patients with major depressive disorder. That's dope. Machine learning is a type of AI technology where when the machine is given lots of data, there it is, and examples of good behavior, i.e., what output to produce when it sees a particular input, it can get quite good at autonomously performing a task. It can also help identify patterns that are meaningful, which humans may not have been able to find as quickly without the machine's help. Using wearable devices and smartphones of study participants, Picard and Pedrelli can gather detailed data on participants' skin conductance. There we go. Skin conductance and temperature, heart rate, activity levels, socialization, personal assessment of depression, sleep patterns, and more. Their goal is to develop machine learning algorithms that can intake this tremendous amount of data and make it meaningful, identifying when an individual may be struggling and what might be helpful to them. They hope that their algorithms will eventually equip physicians and patients with useful information about individual disease trajectory and effective treatment. I like it. I like it. This you can find this at news.mit.edu. You just type in deploying machine learning to improve mental health. Being in the mental health space, I feel like, this is something where you got to look at it from the perspective of being a good thing, right? And again, if you can have a device like your smartwatch and things of that nature that can help utilize the energy that your body is giving off, and it realize that, yo, you're feeling depressed, or you're feeling sad, you're feeling angry right now. Try to utilize these different strategies or tools to step away from, doing something that can harm you or others. Like, I feel like that's an amazing project, right? I've seen so many things happening and transpiring over this season, where it's just a lot of chaos and order happening. And I've seen videos where people are just taking people's lives for nonsense, right? And if you can just have that one extra support piece, right? Even if it's a watch or a phone, whatever it is, it's just that one extra support piece of something that's letting you know or alerting you and telling you, like, yo, relax, calm down, it's not that deep, check this out, leave that situation, or whatever it is that can help. Like, I'm all for that. I'm all proactive in that. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm an advocate for that. Oh man, that was a dope article. But look, man, we're gonna tap into the last thing of the podcast. Again, these are going to be Power Hour podcasts. Power Hour podcast, right? We're gonna talk about some quick topics, some new upgrades, and then we're gonna get out of here with some words of wisdom. Today is thought-provoking questions, right? We're getting back into the thought-provoking questions. People have been enjoying the thought-provoking questions where I just ask different questions to individuals who may be in the 1%, who are achieving and inspiring to be in the 1%, 10%, 5%, whatever percent you in. You don't even have to be in a percentage gap, but I still want to learn or understand your thought process or your perspective in this case, right? Thought-provoking question number 48. How do you handle criticism or negative feedback from others? How do you handle criticism or negative feedback from others? Now I just stop, think, and listen. It's a technique that I learned since being in the mental health field called stop and think. Usually I used to be a react and then respond later. But nowadays, as I've gotten wiser, as I've grown in knowledge and in wisdom, I understand that when you stop and you actually sit down and think about something, and you allow that immediate emotion or that temperament to pass before you make a decision, it'll. Mhm. I don't know. She said it just came out of nowhere. This energy, it's the energy. It won't let it turn off. That's funny. Um, but yeah, That's how I've handled criticism. Um, that's how I handle criticism each and every day now. That's how I take on negative feedback from others. I just listen. I just sit back and listen. Some things don't deserve a response. Sometimes you just gotta sit there and just, sit with it. You gotta sit there and sit with it. You gotta just sit there and just consume it, resonate with it a little bit. If the shoe fits, wear it. If it doesn't, you cast it away and you push forward. But definitely just sitting back, reflecting more so than just reacting and listening to respond to somebody. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, so that's how I handle criticism or negative feedback from others. So I want you guys as well. This is a call to action. I want you to put down in the comments, how do you handle criticism or negative feedback from others? Look, man, this is a dope episode. I appreciate everybody that has tapped into episode 60 of the See Your Greatness podcast, Growth Mindset. We learned the pathway to resilience, learning and personal development today. We had the do's and don'ts of building a growth mindset, some key characteristics in building a growth mindset. We went over some new upgrades and articles that have been transpiring, whether it's in the mental health field, the tech field, just a lot of things that can educate you, right? And put you in, again, different spaces. This is a hub for learning, y'all. This is a hub for learning. This is a hub where you will see your greatness, and we will only promote you to see your greatness. And I appreciate everybody that continues to tap in. If you haven't already grabbed your copy, go get you a copy of the Building a Personal Brand 101 manual, man. $11.11 or lulu.com. All you got to do is hit the link. Here's the link again. Also, you can hit the link and you can tap in. And if you want to build your own brand, if you want to create websites, if you want to build logos, or you need assistance in those services, tap in with me, right? Scroll down, hit book services today, book a consultation with me. If you want to book a consultation first, it is $100 to book the consultation, but that $100 also goes into you being able to purchase one of the services that I do provide. So for instance, if you want to build a website, that $100 goes towards that in the price of that, right? And so many other different things that I offer. So if you want to tap in with me, hit the link. If you want to shoot me a quick email, this is the quick email, syg.studios@outlook.com. On this email, again, this is for people that want to collaborate with me, people that want to build with me, people that need assistance in me building their brand and whatever aspect that you need assistance in. But artists, entrepreneurs, investors, if you want to reach out to me and we build together, this is how you do so. syg.studios@outlook.com. And other than that, family, more things to come. We're going to have more projects. We're going to have more podcasts, of course. We're going to have more guests come on soon so that they can teach about different skills and techniques that they're involved in, so that we can continue to grow this ecosystem. You feel me? So I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. The words of wisdom for today: struggles create two forms of beings, warriors and quitters. Who are you? Again, struggles create two forms of beings, either a warrior or a quitter. Who are you? That's the word of the wisdom. Remember, someone has to see your greatness. Why not start with yourself? Stay blessed. Always finesse. Definitely trust the Most High's process. Until next time, I love y'all. That's always the keys to success. We out. Peace.